All right, family, we black again. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said to kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, we up late, we dropping this science. Y'all already know what it is. We got to keep the people aware of the information, you see, and we're excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Of course, it is the link right in the video description. You can click that link where it says join. You'll get a video introduction on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, and I know that you will, then you should most definitely join. If not, we still appreciate you over at the Sarah Sunseti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right. This Sunday is going down. Freemasonry exposed, shocking revelation. This is a mega presentation of a lifetime. I'm just letting you know, over 20 years of research in this area. And so, I'm just laughing because I know I just got so much that's going to blow the mind. So I most definitely want you to click that link, be front row and center. Do not miss it. If you miss Creatures from the Caucus, you missed a hell of a presentation. I'm thinking about running it again for the family. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. But anyway, click the link generalseti.ticketleap.com. You know, SETI keep it leaping on Ticket Leap, and you'll see not only this lecture, but upcoming lectures in the queue, and you can get your ticket right now if you choose any which one of them that you see in the queue. You can get your ticket right then and right there. All right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com. We're talking about 25% off selected products at this time. kingseti.com. Select 25% off selected products at this time. Official General Sarah Sunseti DVD lectures, classics. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Them classic DVDs. Shit. Them motherfuckers gonna be here 1,000 years from now. They're gonna be like the goddamn Egyptian scrolls. You see what I'm saying? T-shirts and hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, and much, much more. Get on over there, check me out, and get your 25% off. Make your order, get your 25% off. That's right. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, SETI University, over 1,000 video presentations on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, advanced African academics, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sarah Sunseti website with all this behind the scenes, all the subjects that you know and love from the general, videos you never seen before. Man, we got, man, it's off the chain, man. I didn't, when you sit back and think about all the work that I didn't put in down through the years, is megalithic for real. I'll just leave it there. Go check it out, family. Uh, SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live streams. Too hot to handle on YouTube, but just so exquisite. We keep it for our family on Patreon. We got the Clarence Thomas series, 4-part series. Ain't nothing but fire. His connection to the Jesuits, to the Skull and Bone, to the Bohemian Grove, to Nazi sympathizers. We got this man ass on a cross. We done nailed him to a cross. Get on over there, because this is how you got to do. You got to pull back the veil on these goddamn gatekeepers. And we also got the Champellion false teachings of the Medunetta. We going in tomorrow, still cracking heads. We ain't letting up off of. So get on over there on my Patreon, support, become a patron, and get that fire. I got something waiting on you right now. Nothing but heat. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarah Sunseti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. Nah, we're going to deal with this, man. Because, like I say, when we dealing with this, like I say, my uncle being a Muslim, one of them, he passed on, Rashid Mohammed Bey. And let me get that. I think it's right there. Is that the one? Let me see. Let me see. Is this the yeah, well, this is it. I mean, this is just the pictures, but I got the, oh yeah, it's up there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, boom. Boom. But where's the one on where's the one on I thought I had it in there. Hold on, family. Let's see how I didn't bring that up. Let me see. We're talking about the tomb of Jesus that's supposedly in India. You see, but see, the thing is, why we bringing it up is not that we're venerating the worship. It's the organization. It's the branch of Islam. You see, that propagated that. You see, that propagated that. And their connection, to some of these groups over here, the Nation of Islam, and I believe even a Moorish Science Temple to a certain extent too. I got to go back and do my research because all of them were they came by way of the knowledge that they have through a lot of them occultists, some of them Sufi orders, Kabbalists, you see. And so that game, when I started breaking this shit down, I began to realize, I said, wait a minute. Well, I got it right here. I got that already. I don't need that. Well, I got it right here. I got it right here. I thought I had it all the time. Okay, let me bring it up here. This tomb. And I had this book, my uncle, I went to, to his library and shit. And I was like, let me grab me some scrolls off of here. And I seen he had this book. It says Jesus in India. I say, tomb in India. I said, what is this? I ain't never seen no shit like this. What the hell they talking about? Jesus in India. Yeah, so I read, and this is the tomb right here. Okay, it's in Kashmir. You see, and then you see right here say what Quran and Bible says about Jesus Christ. Now we're just gonna go over it. We're gonna make the connect because we're not here to. We're gonna at the end. We're gonna show. I'm gonna show you the connection. But since we're here, let's deal with this. What Quran and Bible says about Jesus Christ, the Holy Quran says that they, the Jews, said in boast, we killed Christ Jesus, the son of Mary, the apostle of Allah, but they killed him not, nor crucified him. But so it was made to appear to them and those who differ, they are in full doubts with no certain knowledge, but only conjecture to follow for of a surety they killed him, not nay Allah raised him up unto himself. And Allah is exalted in power and wise. Okay? And so they don't believe that, Jesus died on the cross. Okay, in Islam. And so they believe that Allah made way for Jesus to, get away, of evade capture. You see, to evade capture. And so some of the sects believe that, he even had to flee and travel to India. And so they believe that, that he even passed here. And so, I had been seeing this very early on. I say, wow. I can't say, I didn't believe. I was in shock, really. I'm like, man, I ain't never seen this. I ain't never seen literature like this. And so, and the guy, he had a lot of arguments, that, about, Jesus supposedly being crucified. And so he was a debater. He was a fierce debater on Christianity, and he had a lot of points. He had a lot of points, and I'm not going to go over them points right now. You see what I'm saying? But they were just flaws in the Bible. Don't mean that Jesus, but the flaws they were blatant flaws, and then and the Muslims kind of jumped on that. And I jump on both of their ass. I don't, I watch them both jump on each other, and then I pile it all together, and I have my own goddamn daggers that I use some of their that they use against one another. I use it on both of them. I take what the Christians say about the Muslim and their good points, and then I take what the Muslims say about the Christian and their good points, and then I combine all that shit and jump on all their ass. You understand, with the point that I got of my own, you see? And so, yeah, and so I say, damn, let's talk about this. It's called the temple is the Rosa Ball. Okay, it's called the Rosa Ball. It's a shrine located in a downtown area of Sri Nagar in Kashmir. We already know what that means. You see what I'm saying? Sri Nagar in Kashmir, India. The word Rosa means tomb. The word ball means place. Locals believe a sage is buried there. User Asaf. User Hasaf, alongside another Muslim holy man. The shrine is listen. This is what I want to make. We got to be and pull this together. The shrine was relatively unknown until the founder of the Ahmadiyya movement, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad claimed in 1899 that this is actually the tomb of Jesus. Now, this guy, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, who started the Ahmadiyya movement. See, a lot of people, they consider, in Islam, they like some damn, some heretics. Because they believe, they are taught that this guy is like the Mahdi. That he didn't come back, that, Islam referred to the Messiah, I believe. Oh, I don't know if it's the Messiah, but the Mahdi. I think the Messiah and the Mahdi is two different things. But the Mahdi is like, I have to get what actually the office of the Mahdi is. But you see, it is a very important aspect, of, and I believe the Mahdi makes the way, or the, for the coming of the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? He makes way for the coming of the Messiah. You see what I'm saying? I believe that's what it is. And so this guy, he proclaimed himself the Mahdi. You see? And so, Islam didn't, they was like, this motherfucker a heretic. They ain't fucking. And so, even to this day, they'll, Ahmadiyya Muslims are, they under fire. You know what I'm saying? They have, they under fire. You already know what that means. So when they could be hurt, killed, or anything for what they believe. You see, and so they the ones that started that. And so I'm thinking to myself, how it reached over here to the Americas. This Ahmadiyya, I don't know when it got here, but it had an influence on these Islamic groups over here. Because when you talking about the Nation of Islam, when you talking about the Moorish Science Temple, these are not Orthodox Muslims. Okay, these are not. She laughed and say, "Do they pray to rats?" Shit, they might. They pray to a whole lot of shit over in India. Yeah. But even when you talk about the Circle 7 Quran, they got that from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. Get the book Jesus in India. Yeah, I got that one. It's an old book. It's a little, my uncle had it. It's a little small book. Yeah. You say it's actual proof he in India? I got that book. I've been studying that book all a long time. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, but we're gonna deal with I'm not gonna get so much into whether, is actually the tomb of Jesus, because I don't believe in Jesus. I don't. Okay. Now, whatever prophet or whatever sage is there, that's not my argument. You see, what I'm looking at is, the organization, the Ahmadiyya Muslims. You seeing how, a story like this, you wouldn't think it wouldn't have no connection to, groups over here, but it do. I'm just talking about the Ahmadiyya, organization itself. Though, the group that propagated that this is the tomb of Jesus, Yusuf Asaf, Asaf. Okay, and so let me see. Okay, and we went over the fact that the Mizra Ghulam Ahmad claimed in 1899 that this is actually the tomb of Jesus. This view is maintained by Ahmadiyyas today. Okay, by Ahmadiyya, though it is rejected by the local Sunni caretakers of the shrine, one of whom said the theory that Jesus is buried anywhere on the face of the earth is blasphemous to Islam. Okay. Okay. So that's what they say. The theory that Jesus is buried anywhere on the face of the earth is blasphemous to Islam. The building, the structure stands in front of a Muslim cemetery. It consists of a low rectangular building on a raised platform surrounded by railings at the front, and the entry within is a shrine to Yusuf Asaf. The building also houses the burial tomb of a Shia Muslim saint. Okay, I ain't gonna even try to pronounce his name. The structure was previously maintained by the local community, but is now maintained by a board of directors consisting of Sunni Muslims. According to Kashmiri writer Fighter Hassanain, a supporter of the Ahmadiyya views of Jesus, the tomb contains a rock carving that is said to show feet bearing crucifixion wounds, and the body is buried according to what I'm gonna just say Hassan considers are the Jewish tradition of directions and not according to Islamic tradition. Okay? Not according. So I'm gonna show you this. And they put the man, they got his feet. Now, I don't know where they could tell that the man had been crucified. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. And what the hell is, I don't know what that is. Okay. But they say that's his footprint. Okay. They say that's his footprint. His footprint. Okay. Buddhist and Hindu, period. There's no record of the shrine during Casimir's Buddhist period. Nor there's no record of the shrine during Casimir's Buddhist period. Uh, nor during the Casimir Sultanate 1346, 1586. Okay? So it wasn't there. When many Buddhist temples were converted into mosques, okay, it wasn't there. Okay. Now let's deal with this guy. Let's deal with this guy. We got in, but let's deal with this guy, Gulam. Okay, because the crazy thing about it, and he's the founder of the Ahmadiyya Muslim. I'm not gonna get too far off into him. Okay, wait a minute. Well, he got some things. Maybe he got two. He got some things that he said about the tune. I could go over that. I don't want to go over too much, but I guess I could read what he claimed. The founder of Ahmadiyya, Mizra Ghulam Ahmad, inferring from the verse 2350 of the Quran, believed that the only occasion in the life of Jesus, son of Mary, that his life was seriously threatened when an attempt was made to kill him by the cross. The Quran saying that we prepared an abode for them in an elevated part of the earth, being a place of quiet and security and water with running springs. Ahmad said, may very fittingly apply to the valley of Kashmir. Okay, in the book Jesus in India, and I got that book. He elaborately claimed that the Rose of Bar was the tomb of Jesus. The book was fully published in 1908, and the first complete English translation in 1944. Ahmad had separately advocated the view that Jesus did not die by crucifixion, but traveled to the Indian subcontinent and died there at age 120. Okay, B. Skal states that Ghulam Ahmad separated Asaf into two components. User and Asaf, interpreted use as Jesus, and Asaf, the Hebrew for gatherer, as signifying Jesus the gatherer. Now, let me get off. Because I just wanted to give y'all some take on why the man believed that it was the temple. But here's where the Nation of Islam tie into this. Okay, this is where now Elijah Muhammad suggested that members of the Nation of Islam read two Qurans. Okay, now I'm gonna read something. This is from well, I believe because I had, I got some books. I think these were great quotes. Some of the most magnificent quotes of Elijah Muhammad. And this is called the Glorious Holy Quran Sharif by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, all the way down at the bottom, I'm gonna read the last paragraph. Some call the religion Islam a dream of Muhammad, though the Bible doesn't say it was from God, but the prophets. And it is wait a minute. Some call the religion Islam a dream of Muhammad, though the Bible doesn't say it is from God, but the prophets, and is dedicated to King James of England. The white race does not like to worship a black God and his prophets. They are too proud to recognize a black prophet or God. The so-called Negroes should know this by this time. The Holy Quran's readings are not the kind that will lull one to sleep, but to get a real Quran, one should know the Arabic language in which it is written. However, you can find a good translation of it by Yusuf Ali and Muhammad Ali. Okay? By Yusuf Ali and Muhammad Ali. Now, let's deal with that. Now, the Muhammad Ali Quran. Let's talk about that. Okay. I see. We see. We got some brothers in here. They didn't came in. They didn't seen that. They say they're gonna come in. Yeah, I know what I need to know. I'm gonna back it up. You see? Nah, Muhammad Ali. Okay, this ain't the boxer now. This is the he was born in 1874. He died in 1951. He was a British Indian and a Pakistani writer. Okay. Writing scholar and leading figure of the Lahore Ahmadiyya movement. So one of the Qurans that Elijah Muhammad suggested was a good translation was from the Ahmadiyya movement. And like I said, these are and they follow Ghulam Ahmad. Yeah, they follow him. Okay, that's that's considered a prophet. Let's deal with it. Okay, and so I have to read, I haven't read the book all the way through, but I'm quite sure the belief of the Ahmadiyya has some influence on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure that it has some influence on it, but he was a member of the Ahmadiyya movement. Now, the other guy, and I had it in there, the Yusuf Ali Quran. Now, Yusuf, no, let me go. That ain't the one I want. Abdullah Yusuf Ali was an Indian British barrister who wrote a number of books on Islam, including, books on plus exegesis of the Quran. Okay, and so whatever that word may be, what the word mean? It means is a critical explanation or interpretation of a text. Okay, the term is traditionally applied to interpretation of biblical works. Okay, so it was a critical explanation or so he did a critical explanation and interpretation of the Quran. And so it's very interesting that Elijah Muhammad, the two individuals that he encouraged his members to the Qurans he suggested that the members of Nation of Islam read. Both of them was either Pakistani or Indian. They wasn't even Arabs. So, right there, because and then when I looked at the Ahmadiyya, see, another thing about the Ahmadiyya, even when I was I was doing my research on the Moors, see, Madame Blavatsky was messing with them. Yeah, she was messing with them, and she was messing with them Sufis out of Egypt. It was a Sufi leader out of Egypt. I forget his name. You see what I'm saying? So, that's when, and then when I started I start like, damn. And then, when you think about the Indian, you start thinking about the Venomars and the flying ships and shit and all of this. And then I seen, we look at Elijah Muhammad and the mothership, and then you got to understand that the Hindus, they got the Venomers, the war in heaven where they got all these flying ships, and that was war ships in the sky. Read the what saga is that where they got the war in heaven and they got these venomers, which are flying spaceships and shit that they warring up in heaven. You see? And so I say, they most definitely borrowing from a lot of that Hinduism. Because when I seen some of the characters in the Moore Science Temple, some of them, the one woman I had the picture, she was dressed up like Shiva. Yeah, and then that hand gesture that they be, you know what I'm saying? But it's more like, and then, it'd be cocked a little bit. You see what I'm saying? And I was, it'd be like that. You see what I'm saying? And I say, oh, okay. Yeah, because Madame Blavatsky was over there. She started her, the Theosophic Society over there in India. It was where was that at? I forget the city they was in, but so she was over there. You see, she was over there. So they, so I knew. I said, yeah, and when it's some occult, it's some Sufic under, where they, because it's not Islam. It's not Islam. Okay. And I'm not saying that as if, it's not Islam. It's a cult. They use Islam, and they might say Muhammad's name, but not really. When you look at, the stories, and they more related to some Hinduism. You see what I'm saying? In the occultism. You see, and we'll get off into that at a different time. But believe me, it's there. Believe me, it's there. Even when they start dealing with them large, when they say, oh, it happened 600,000 years ago. They used them great. See, that's what they call it in the Indian culture. They call them yugas. Those are long periods of time, and and they blew the earth in half and shit. 600,000 years. You know what I'm saying? I say, well, God, some of them say millions of years, 60 million years. I say, well, goddamn. How long, goddamn, when they do that? You know what I'm saying? So when I looked at the Yugas, I say, damn, they're using them large, time spans and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I say, but I got, I'll break that down I'll pull out my notes, and, I haven't did that one in a long time, but I'm most definitely going to pull my notes out and touch on that. Yeah, that's how, believe me. Look up Yugas. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna do it right now. Time cycle. Okay, here you go. A Yuga cycle is a cyclic age epoch in Hindu cosmology. Each cycle lasts for 4,320,000 years. 12 divine years. Okay, let me look at this one. Yeah. Yeah, 400. So that's when I start hearing all them long ass, oh, it happened. I say, yeah. That's what they dealing in time. They dealing with them yugas. You see, when they talk about, the millions of years, I say, yeah, that's where y'all got that shit from. Yeah, but yeah, right there, the Mahabharata. Yeah, the Mahabharata. Yeah, that's it. That's where they had that war. Yeah, about the venomers. You're right, brother. All right? For those that want to check it out, that right there, the brother just dropped the science in there. That's where they got the text about the venomers. And so that's really where they got the mothership from. You see what I'm saying? That guy that they call Farad Muhammad, man, that motherfucker come out. Either he was you know, out of the Indian back. He had to have an Indian background somewhere, somehow. You understand what I'm saying? But they was touching on and the Bhagavad Gita, yeah, and the Bhagavad, but the one particularly about the venomers is in this one right here, the Mahabharata, Harata, yeah, Mahabharata. That's the one that got the venomers in it. So, you know, in the war in heaven. But that's the connection. The same guys, the Ahmadiyya, which they considered heretics. And some people probably would consider them Sufis. You understand what I'm saying? They might consider them Sufis. And so, yeah. Most definitely. This is the Quran that Elijah Muhammad suggests was a member of the Ahmadiyya. And so he had to be clearly involved with what they was talking about, and probably more. So, but we'll get off into that at a later time. That's right. Yeah. We're. Yeah, he was from Pakistan. He was from Pakistan, but the other guy was from India too. Pakistan is India. I mean, the British split India and made Pakistan, so he's still an Indian. It don't make no. That's just religious. You got the Hindus on one side and the Muslims on the other side, but they technically the same thing. All right, family. This is General Sorry. We're gonna touch back on this. Don't worry. I'm gonna pull up them scrolls. So all you brothers out there, come on back. Yeah, say the missing years of Jesus was spent in India until he was 33. That's right. All right, family. No, they saying that he died over there. They say he died over there. He was 120 years old. But we'll touch back on. I appreciate y'all, man, for staying up with me. This is General Cyrus Seti. Make sure you support the general, and I'll see y'all soon. This is General saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.